Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, and thank you. So it seems like the mood of the market is at least stabilizing a little bit. Is my impression, man. I'm opinion editorial. That's what's cool about being opinion editorial is I can say anything, but it seems like the gut shot has been absorbed, and the market's kind of adjusting to it. Now, one of the ways that I'm adjusting to it more than anything else, and something that I forgot, but we definitely need to remember, is stablecoins are not fiat. Stablecoins are crypto. And, honestly, if you look at it, it's kind of like there's a very uncomfortable thing that goes on when you're dealing with stablecoins, and the fact that stablecoins are, in fact, crypto. Uh, they'll only go to a buck. I mean, that's it. They're not going to go any higher than $1, but they can absolutely go to zero. We just saw it. We just saw it with one of the big three. So, with that in mind, I've absolutely pivoted. So, I am still sticking with rule number one, rule number two. Rule number one: know your investment. So the research that I'm putting into my stable coins is a lot deeper than I've ever done before. And rule number two is diversify. So I am diversifying those stable coins. Now, Osmosis did me a huge favor because I already like Cosmos. I spend most of my time over here. The bulk of my money is over here, so it makes it easy. But they did me a really, really big favor, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So one of the ways that they made this super easy was right here, USDC Osmo. Now, we're all more or less familiar with USDC. I'm not going to do blowout videos on USDC. If you want to read about it, read about it. I'd highly recommend rule number one, know your investment. But they've hauled over USDC, and they've also hauled over DAI on Osmosis proper. But they did you one better, because if you come over here to the Wild West, as soon as I see it, if you come over here to the Wild West, which is Osmosis permissionless, it gets even more interesting because they have hauled over a lot of stuff between Axelar and Gravity Bridge. They've pulled over all kinds of stuff. So we see the USDC, we see the DAI. DAI is not my favorite, but you know what? As far as diversification, it is another avenue. But they've also pulled over, I was just looking at this yesterday, guys, so give me just a second here. They've also pulled over, man, they keep adding a lot of tokens. They've also pulled over Tether, so if you're a fan of Tether, it's right here. They've also pulled over Frax. Now, I like Frax. Frax is... it's kind of a hybrid. It's kind of an algorithmic stablecoin. It's kind of a fiat-backed stablecoin. But what I'm getting at is that they are pulling over all kinds of options for you to get through and to diversify even your stable coins and diversify your stable coins, guys. All eggs, one basket, and you get what we get. And interestingly, this has nothing to do with stable coins, but I think it's funny. The meme token. I love that. I love something that is just right out there in front of you and saying, yeah, I'm the meme token. I couldn't even find the value of it, but I had a little bit of USDC. So if you swap some, which one do I have? USDC for meme. This is funny. $1, $1 gets you 10,452. But the bear of it, this is the worst part, is that I bought $1's worth yesterday and I got 19,000. So that little token went up 80% overnight. And you know what? I'm going to DCA it right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll make the approval to buy one more dollar's worth. But yeah, it went from 19,000 for $1 last night to 10,000. I did it on the live stream. I just thought it was funny. But let us get back to Osmosis proper, because you do have the opportunities here to diversify all of your stable coins. And Osmo obviously is pushing that direction, and they're pushing pretty hard. They're building up these LPs, and they're building them up with these just whopping big APRs. So I've been shoving a little bit in here. Wrapped Ethereum, I'm kind of sticking around that run right now as far as the bulk of what I'm putting in. And again, guys, we're back to the YouTube wallet, but I'm shoving an awful lot in there because they're both pretty much pegged to Bitcoin right now. So as it goes up and down, Ethereum and Osmo are both going to go up and down, and it kind of minimizes my IL. And the fact that they're giving me that kind of that much Osmo just for me having it in there, big fan. But yeah, the USDC. So even if you're just kind of parking it here for a day, it's not going to be as easy as it was on Terra, where it was no lock in. We can move it at will. But if you're shoving some in, even for a day, just a day unbonding, you have it, you don't know what you're doing with it. Not bad. I mean, 251%. That's not awful. If you're going to be here for a while and you're actually trying to soak the APR, 503 is pretty good. Now, these are going to go down. These are going to go way, way, way down. But you know what? Capitalize while you can. The market's down. And one of the most important things that you can get out of the market right now, in my humble opinion, is tokens. And if you can get tokens with no capital out of your pocket, meaning that you're putting the money that you have in here to work, that's a good thing. That's just a good thing all around, is acquiring tokens in a down market, because when the market goes from bearish to bullish, or even when it holds, your value is increasing. You are continuing to generate income on the income that you're on your investments. And I'm not going to change my mind on that. The UST was a nut punch. It absolutely was. And a lot of people got hurt. I was never really heavy in Luna, so I'm indifferent on that. Well, I'm not indifferent. I understand a lot of people got savaged, but I was never really heavy on that. I just utilized UST. That was kind of my go-to, just because it was easy. But now that I have lots of options, such as USDC, such as Frax, such as DAI, such as Tether, but now that I have all of these options, it's just very, very easy for me to diversify my funds when I need to park them for a time. And there's nothing saying that you got to jump in LPs. There's nothing saying that you have to earn on them. If you're just going to be holding them for a short time, don't bother. Don't bother. Or go into a 24-hour LP if you have to earn. If like me, man, I have to earn. So, but there's nothing saying you can't just park it here, leave it here, and then put it back to where you want it and move on to wherever you want to put it. So just keep that in mind. I certainly am absolutely keeping that in mind. And yeah, that's it. Diversify, diversify, diversify. So that's all I got on this one today, guys. We will be having a live stream tonight. The phone lines will be open, and we're going to be giving away one of the podcast NFTs. These are generated, and they're live on Stash right now, so we will be giving one away. MJ is going to be handling that. I'm just going to do the giveaway part. So if you want to join us, please do join us. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. So until tonight, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.